Really quick lesson on significant figures, both how to use a measuring device and how to round off. We want to remember that there's two kinds of numbers: exact numbers, those which we count, or those which are defined. And those numbers we do not need to take into account in any way when we are deciding how to round off during calculations. Inexact numbers are, of course, measured quantities, and we need to pay attention to the significant figures in those measurements. Just which numbers are significant? All non-zeros, 1 through 9. Zeros wedged between two significant figures are significant. Say the 0 in 202, the 0 in this digit, and the 2 zeros also in that. The problem comes with zeros. Leading zeros, those at the beginning of a number, are never significant. Say this 0 is not, neither of these zeros. Trailing zeros at the end of a number are significant if there is a decimal point somewhere in the number. So this 0 is significant. Of course, the 2 is as well. These zeros are significant, and so is this. You will sometimes see AP put a decimal after, say, 400 mils because they want to indicate three significant figures. A zero that is not significant is often still very important. 200 is very different from 2, and while these zeros are not significant, they certainly are very important. So now what about significant figures when calculating? There are two fundamental rules: addition and subtraction, in which we concern ourselves with where the significant figures are. The result will have the same number of decimal places as the quantity in the calculation with the fewest. So we need to think about where they are located. With multiplication and division, it's simply how many significant figures. The result will have the same amount or the same number of significant figures as the factor with the fewest. When calculating, it is important to not round intermediate values. Carry all the digits in your calculator and do your rounding at the end.